on, G-Dot Squad? It's your boy G-Dot TZ back with another VZ. Pluto, stop, man. Stop, Pluto. Relax, Pluto. Sit down, Pluto. You're hurting me. Your nails long as hell. The shit hurt, man. If you don't know, I got a new dog. His name Pluto. If you want to find out my new life, my up-to-date life, go ahead to G-Dot Vlogs. That's where you can see on everything I got going on, man. Because I got a lot of shit going on that niggas don't even know about, man. I don't really be talking about my personal life on here. So I'm going to catch up to everything that I really do in real life. Go to G-Dot Vlogs right now. Also, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get notified every time I drop a new banging ass video. Also, don't forget to goddamn go to GRE.US for that newest, latest holiday drip. Let's go ahead and get straight into the video, man. Y'all know what the word is.
Y'all got L's in here?
I remember this video.
Y'all ain't got L's?
Crazy.
Yeah. Nah.
I remember seeing this video, but I'm not from up north. You feel what I'm saying? All that up north gangbanging shit, I never knew what the hell these niggas was talking about, because that's some up north shit. Like, if you from down south, well, not from down south. If you from out south, you don't know what the beef out west is. If you from over east, you don't know what the beef up north is. If you from over east, like, if you from up north, you really don't know about anything. You feel me? Stop, Pluto. But yeah, if you from up north, you really don't know the beef about nothing. You feel what I'm saying? The city's divided into its own section, so if that ain't in your section, you don't really know what's going on for real.
No L's. That's because they ain't not out here. He ain't on nothing. He ain't on nothing. And I can merchant.
Yeah, I remember
That's
this.
One of the L's right there.
It's
Down
Pappy.
there. Come here, shorty. Come here, shorty. It's Pappy. It's Pappy.
Stop.
It's Pappy.
Hold on, y'all.
Bring that here, shorty. Bring that here. On this ass, bro.
We talking about
this war. This war that's been forever.
Right.
This war. Feel me? The war that we is definitely ahead. Blake.
This is Ops.
Keno, Keon, Lil E, Valon, Vonnie, Munchie, that's 7. AJ, that's 8. Oh, I forgot about AJ.
D.I., Jonathan, I could name a lot of you. Let's keep it 100. I name everybody.
Now, on folks, this is some real. Who y'all took? Who? Free. JB. Moosey. That's 4. Keo. That's 5.
That's it.
5 months. 5 months. G. On folks, I just literally counted like 8 months. Y'all just seen me watch. Just counted. On bro.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Niggas be thinking this shit so street and so cool, bro. But that's 8 people that's people that's never coming back. That's people that's gone for life. Like, you never gonna see again type shit. Like, they're gone, bro. You ain't never gonna see these niggas again. Their mamas ain't never gonna see them. Their family ain't never gonna see them. They ain't even get a chance to experience life. They only saw the hood of Chicago. They probably never even saw downtown. And I just feel like that shit so up, and people be trying to like glorify it and make it so cool from these rap songs and shit. That shit just ain't cool, bro. It ain't cool, man. It ain't right. I want better for my people.
You know shit merch. We
That's why you busy be getting over head shots and execute.
yeah, on bro, and on bro, and on folks. All niggas y'all lost we
On May 29th, 2015, my favorite Chicago drill rapper, Young Pappy, was during his short career, his violent lyrics shed light on one of the deadliest wars happening in Chicago. This war claimed the lives of dozens of people, a lot of them being teenagers, and is still going on till this day.
Crazy.
In this video, we'll be breaking down the war between PBG and Loke City. But before we get into the video, please be sure to like and subscribe.
For sure, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe on my boy Foon and shit. Yeah.
PBG is a set of primarily gangster disciples from the Farewell and Ashland and the Morrison Ashland areas of Chicago. They are originally known as ICG, standing for the Insane Cutthroat Gangsters, but they would adopt the name PBG, standing for Pooh Bear Gang, following the death of a beloved member named Anton Pooh Bear Sanders. They really built a name for themselves as a group due to the rise of one of their members named Young Pappy as one of the biggest rappers in Chicago during the height of the drill rap era. PBG is allied with TFG and OTE. PBG beefs with Day Day World and Little 4 Mob. Their main ops, though, are none other than Loke City. Loke City, standing for Loyalty Over Cash, is a set of primarily gangster disciples. They are from the Howard.
See, you see how crazy that is, bro? You got GDs beefing with GDs. That's how Chicago be so. Everybody be thinking it's G's versus BDs, BDs versus GDs. That's the only thing that's going on. They don't even know, like, You got insane GDs, insane BDs. You got BDs that getting flipped GD, GDs that's getting flipped BD, Stones, Vice Lords, 4CH. You got all type of shit, bro. Like, niggas, it's really not based off your gang. It's based off your set and who you be around and who you know and shit. Because if I'm from this block and you from that block, we can both be GD, but I might be ops, so I might be cool with the nigga that on me, and now you feel what I'm saying? It really just get too deep. That's why it should get wild. That's why I had to get out of Chicago, because that shit be crazy.
And Ashland area of Chicago. The conflict between PBG and Loke City originated in the late 1990s when kids at Sullivan High School began fighting amongst each other. The kids from the Howard Street area would fight with the kids from the Farwell Street area after school. The fights would travel up and down the streets that are between Howard and Farwell. At some point, the older gang members from both factions started hanging around after school, and this added to the problems. The conflict increased over time, and eventually fistfights turned into both sides had various members that were friends with each other due to a lot of them attending Sullivan High School together. However, this would all change and a war would break out following a horrific murder in 2008.
Pluto, stop doing bad shit.
On December 19th, 2008,
Stop.
an ICG member named Freaky, real name Isaiah Stroud, was in the 1500 block of West Jarvis Avenue outside of a CTA Red Line station. In the days following the attack, a Loke City member named Montrell Williams was charged with the murder. Another man named David Bell was also suspected to be involved in this murder, but he fled to the Bronx, New York. After a nationwide manhunt, the police were eventually able to track him down and he was extradited back to Chicago. Freaky was retaliation for an earlier fight near Sullivan High School in which 3 people were, but they all survived their injuries. Freaky's stamped the war between PBG and Loke City, but the next years later would cause things to escalate to a whole other level. On January 20th, 2012, a beloved ICG.
Does that nigga have a silencer on that motherfucker? See, I don't even know. Chicago niggas is crazy because a Chicago nigga up some shit on you that's so nasty, you don't even know where the he got this shit from. Like, for the most strictest gun laws in the country, you would think niggas like, bro, everybody got a pipe. This shit be crazy as more pipes in Texas. Georgia and Florida put together. I don't know what the hell be going on out there.
Member named Pooh Bear, real name Anton Sanders, was found dead in an alley with multiple gunshot wounds. Years after his death, a Loke City member would agree to give the police information to help them finally close the case. The Loke City member told them everything that happened. The informant told the police that Pooh Bear was 2 Loke City members named Munchie and Rocket Man. The crazy thing about it is that Pooh Bear and Munchie were once close friends. The informant testified that Pooh Bear and Munchie would go on drills together and shoot at Four Corner Hustler and Latin King members. The two would spend a lot of time together and sleep at each other's houses. The two remained friends even though they're on opposite sides of the escalating war between ICG and Loke City. This would all change when Munchie thought that Pooh Bear had stolen a 9mm handgun from him. The informant told police that Munchie was enraged by this and plotted to kill Pooh Bear.
That's usually how a lot of shit start. It seems so little and so small, but I know a lot of beefs that started because a nigga supposedly stole a pipe. Like, stealing a pipe and stealing some money is like, man, that'd get a nigga smoked so fast, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I start so many beefs and get a ass niggas smoked so fast because they just think you stole something. Nobody wanna look like a in the streets, so you gotta retaliate.
On the day of January 20th, Munchie lured Pooh Bear by telling him to meet up with him so they could slide on members of the Four Corner Hustlers. Once Pooh Bear arrived at the agreed-upon location, Munchie was waiting there with Rocket Man. The 3 began walking together when Munchie turned towards Pooh Bear and the informant claimed that Munchie told him that Pooh Bear was begging for his life. Munchie then handed the gun to Rocket Man and told him to Pooh Bear. Rocket Man proceeded to Pooh Bear as well, then they both fled the scene. Neither Munchie nor Rocket Man would ever be arrested for this murder, and the truth behind Pooh Bear's death would never be officially revealed until years after the deaths of everyone involved. Pooh Bear was a very beloved member of ICG, so they would change their name to PBG, standing for Pooh Bear Gang, to honor his memory. the death of Pooh Bear would set off a rage in PBG members that could only be fueled by bloodshed. On January 23, 2012, two men were sitting in an SUV stopped at a traffic light in the Rogers Park neighborhood when gunfire erupted. The 26-year-old driver and his 27-year-old passenger were shot at about 12:46 a.m., causing the vehicle they were riding in to strike a tree in the 7600 block of North Sheridan Road. They were identified by the Cook County Medical Examiner's Office later in the morning as Dion Miller and Jonathan Bell. Both Dion and Jonathan, also known as John, were friends with members of Loke City, but were unfortunately at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah.
They attempted to drive off after being shot, but crashed a short distance away. The driver, Dion, who was taken to St. Francis Hospital where he was pronounced dead. John was pronounced dead at the scene. It is widely believed that they were allegedly killed by members of PBG as retaliation for Pooh Bear's death.
I ain't gonna lie, this shit finna get real depressing because it's just finna be bodies on bodies on bodies, and I know it's murders everywhere, but them Chicago murders be hitting different because niggas be finding you, bro. Niggas really be getting up with niggas. And I know that shit be happening in other places, but it be so enclosed and it be so like, man, it be so many bodies dropping in such a little small radius. The shit be crazy. Like, the bodies that's dropping probably in a 20-mile radius up north, bro. Probably smaller than that. It's not even like niggas is doing this shit on foot or they driving. They ain't driving that far, bro. Up north ain't that big. It ain't. Especially the hood part of up north. I've been up there. It ain't that big. And that shit, man, I know they still out there to this day. I know they is. Tweaking.
On April 5th, 2012, a PBG member named James Brown was on the 6800 block of North Ashland Avenue when a gunman pulled up and shot the upper torso. The gunman was in the inside of a dark-colored vehicle and drove away. James was rushed to St. Francis Hospital where he was pronounced dead at just 22 years old. The crazy thing about it is that James was lucky to even be free at the time of his death. He was out on parole for shooting a 9-year-old while trying to gun down the 9-year-old's older brothers who were Loke City members. It is widely rumored that Munchie was the gunman allegedly responsible for James Brown's death. Following James's death, PBG would allegedly commit 2 murders back-to-back as retaliation. On July 5, 2013, a member of Loke City named Little E, real name Elliot Frazier, was in the 7400 block of North Polina Street when he was shot in the chest. The police found him dead on the scene, and he had significant blunt force trauma to his head. According to reports, the offender struck his head with their car after shooting him. Members of PBG were allegedly responsible for his death, and they would commit another horrific murder less than 10 days later.
These niggas be sliding. God damn.
On July 14, 2013, a Loke City member named Blake, full name Blake Lamb, was in the 1600 block of West Jonquil Terrace when gunmen pulled up and shot him in the head multiple times. Blake was found unresponsive on a sidewalk and pronounced dead at the scene about an hour and a half later at just 22 years old. According to paperwork released due to the Freedom of Information Act, a witness identified a PBG member and rapper named Spaz as one of the shooters in this incident. However, there was not enough evidence to charge him with the murder. Following his death, Blake would be dissed in nearly every single song that PBG members would make. They even put a picture of his body covered in a white sheet in one of their music videos, and they would record themselves driving near the location that he was killed at and diss him. With this blatant disrespect going on, Loke City retaliating was inevitable.
And these Chicago niggas just be so goddamn disrespectful with it. Like a nigga will really diss your whole set, your whole family, every dead homie you got. Drop pictures, steady talking about it. Just look at Dirk. How many times has Dirk dissed all the dead ops? And even then, how many times has Duck and them had dissed all the dead ops and Wooski, bro? Wooski literally got on for dissing every dead BD. That's literally how he got on. He ain't make no hit song. He ain't make no club anthem. He got on for dissing. I remember riding down Cottage Grove listening to that shit with the guys. And we in shock. We like, this nigga finna die. Like, that was my initial reaction to this shit. This nigga is finna die from saying all this shit. It be crazy.
On February 5th, 2014, rapper and PBG member Young Pappy, another PBG member named Keo, and two other people were outside of a McDonald's in the Rogers Park neighborhood when they got into an argument with someone.
I think I know what
Shortly
McDonald's
after
they
this
was at.
argument, a masked gunman approached them on foot and opened fire. Pappy was shot in the arm, and Keo was shot in the head. The two other people with them were shot as well. Pappy and the two other victims survived their injuries, but sadly, Keo did not have the same fate.
Damn.
Keo would be pronounced dead at just 17 years old. It is widely believed that Keo was allegedly killed by a member of Loke City named King Ty. King Ty was a rapper as well, and he released a song called DOA, in which he included the news clippings of Keo's murder and seemingly hinted at allegedly being the one responsible for Keo's death.
Better not play around, not with me, okay? Cause I'm the type of seal face. Cause I'm the type of seal face.
One teenager is dead, 3 others hurt after a masked gunman opened fire outside at a McDonald's.
And this is stupid as shit too, bro, because you incriminating yourself. So now, as soon as the police see this, they gonna be like, okay, he's a nigga that killed folks. We gotta go after him. We gotta make sure we indict him. We gotta make sure we put him in jail. And you making it easy on him, bro. At least make it hard. What, you putting this shit right in the song.
Tanya Francisco is in Rogers Park with more. Tanya?
Robin, the victim has been
Clout, man.
identified
Clout is
as
crazy.
17-year-old Markeo Carr. Yesterday, his young life was cut short by a gunman's bullet.
On April 15th, 2014, a Loke City member named Keno was standing outside of a friend's apartment in the 7600 block of North Ashland Avenue when someone in a gray minivan driving by shot him multiple times. By the time officers arrived at the scene, Keno was already gone. He was pronounced dead at just 16 years old. A PBG member named Sean is rumored to be the alleged gunman in this incident. Similar to Blake, PBG members would diss Keno relentlessly in their songs and on social media. About 5 months after this, PBG would finally catch their biggest target.
That's why Pappy started dissing him.
As I mentioned earlier, Pooh Bear was killed by a Loke City member named Munchie. PBG naming their whole gang after Pooh Bear should show you how beloved he was amongst his peers.
Right.
As a result, Munchie became the main person that PBG was looking for when they went on drills. A PBG member released private messages he had with Munchie, in which Munchie was calling for an end to the war.
You can screenshot this, whatever my dude, but shit, I don't want war with none of you niggas. Shit straight like that. I ain't no getting no this shit. Not really just farewell. This shit still gonna be here, but instead, and then when it's all said and done, you could come to me anyway. I'ma still bust my gun if you got to. Period. I'm gonna put my pride to the side. What's your number? FaceTime me. Hello, what you trying to be funny on rock? I'm dead ass, man. I'm letting you know all that shit for the birds. Niggas getting booked and they coming home. I ain't scared of shit. I'm gonna use my head though. You should do the same. See, that make 100% sense, bro. Because niggas is getting booked. Niggas getting sent away for life. Niggas getting their ass smoked. It's a lot of shit going on, but at the same time, it's too late for all that, bro. You didn't even have to kill folks. All this shit started because of you. And you killed folks. You didn't have to kill folks. You killed folks on some he said, she said shit and backdoored them, really. And now you trying to come back years later and say, I don't want a war? That ain't how this shit go. So, I can't, like, bro, it's bodies behind this shit now, bro. You feel me? It's easier said than done, but like, nigga, you the reason all this shit going on. I can't really call all this shit off, bro. You killed my homie, my homie's homie, my cousin, my goddamn little brother. You killed, like, bro, you killed a lot of people, bro.
Fortunately, things were too far gone. On September 11, 2014, PBG would finally catch him. On that day, Munchie was in the 1600 block of West Juneway Terrace when gunmen pulled up and shot him repeatedly. When officers arrived, they pronounced Munchie, real name Glenford Johnson, dead at the scene at just 19 years old. A known killer from PBG named Bang to hit his car was set on fire following this incident. He would mock Loke City members for this on social media.
Oh wow, y'all blow up cars, but bodies, I ain't though. P.S. Thanks for the heads up. My car got blew up, but y'all homie got blew down. I can always get another car. The only time y'all can get another munchies is when y'all buy a bag of them nasty ass chips. Niggas be so disrespectful in the rack too. Like, man, niggas be crazy as hell.
for setting his car on fire instead of catching a body in response. Munchie's death was a celebration for PBG. Young Pappy released songs bragging about his murder and making him pay for what Pooh Bear's mother went through dealing with her son's death.
I know I remember that day in September was laughing and grinning. You gon' pay for what Pooh Bear mama go through.
Pappy was wild.
On May 29th, 2015, PBG would take a devastating loss. The loss actually has nothing to do with this war, but it's too important not to mention. On that day, PBG would lose young Pappy. Pappy's music was blowing up at the time, and I honestly believe that he would be one of the biggest rappers today if he was still alive.
No, for real, bro. I ain't gonna lie. If L.A. Capone and Pappy never got killed, man, that shit, man, Chicago will be like the biggest shit since sliced bread, bro. I know we still big, but I'm telling you, bro, if JoJo, L.A. Capone, Young Pappy, and I'm trying to think, Fredo died from natural causes, but Fredo was still here, man, look, biggest shit since sliced bread, bro. I'm telling you, bro, that shit would have been, wow, that would have been crazy, because them niggas could rap they ass off. Even JoJo could rap, bro. He was dissing a lot of niggas, but JoJo could rap, like, on some real shit. And it's just crazy that a lot of niggas died, bro.
At around 1:35 a.m., Pappy was with a friend in the 4800 block of North Kenmore Avenue when a gunman walked up and started shooting. Pappy was hit twice in the back and taken to Advocate, Illinois Masonic Medical Center, where he was pronounced dead at 3:01 a.m. at just 20 years old. Young Pappy was allegedly killed by another one of PBG's ops called Little Four Mob. This was the third time an attempt on his life was made. This loss hit hard as Pappy was PBG's best chance to escape the trenches of Chicago. Yeah. Following this incident, two PBG members and Pappy's closest friends named Sean and Spaz would commit multiple murders to honor his memory. Just 2 days after Pappy's death, PBG Spaz would hunt someone down and kill them immediately after they dissed Pappy on Facebook. On June 1st, 2015, a Loke City member named AJ, real name Clifton Fry, was standing on a sidewalk in the 7600 block of North Ashland Avenue near Wiley B. White Park and across the street from Gale Elementary School, when a shooter approached him and opened fire, striking him twice in the back. AJ was taken to St. Francis Hospital in Evanston in critical condition. He would be in the hospital on life support for 2 weeks before ultimately being pronounced dead. PBG Spaz, real name Jermel Dossier, was charged with this murder, and police determined that he did it because AJ dissed Pappy on Facebook. The crazy thing about this whole situation is that Spaz is still in county jail and hasn't been convicted yet, even though it's been nearly 10 years since it happened.
Man, that's another thing. Y'all be trying to catch these bodies and shit, bro. The system up. Niggas, it's a lot of niggas that be in there for years that don't even got no down. Like, they trial keep getting pushed back. They don't got no release date. They ain't even get convicted of shit. They just been in county jail for 10 years, 5 years, 4 years, a year, 2 years, 6 months. I'm just in county jail fighting for my life. And that shit, bro, I don't even lie, bro. They got, god damn, it's a lot of people that died. The V12, Mosey, Kiki, Voni, Remo, Lil D-Boy, King T.Y. God damn, there's more bodies outside of that, bro. This shit get depressing. I can't watch this shit no more. That's why I just had to move away from the city. Had to get away from all that shit, because this shit really get wild and reckless out here, and I ain't trying to be in part of none of that shit, man. For real, I swear to God. I'm a changed man. I gave my life to God. I don't want to be around none of that shit. It's not cool no more. It's not funny. It's not player. Please get out the streets if you're still in the streets, because this shit is scary, bro. It's spooky. There ain't no rules to this shit. Niggas snitching. Niggas getting backdoored. Niggas going broke and being homeless, because catching bodies don't get you no money. It might get you some clout. Might get you some hood, but it's not getting you no money, bro. I promise to God it's not.